Hey everyone, this is Gerald Katarn. Now, I haven't been on this channel for some time because all you hear about is Captain Marvel. All you see about is Reylo. All you speculate about is Episode 9 and Endgame. Okay? And I said to myself that I want to try and be more positive. I want to be less negative. I want to really respect those Last Jedi defenders. I want to really stay clear of the Reylo path and not go into that dark corner of the internet. I'm not happy with the Ray shipping panel on Celebration, but really, I didn't give a rat's ass. We gave you a wide girth. We we let you with your sick fantasies. We let you express yourselves because you are sick people. Because Raylos are sick in their mind. And if you look at their pictures, some Raylos, most of those Raylos are lonely cat ladies that have never ever experienced romance. Anakin and Padme wasn't good for them. Han and Leia wasn't good for them. Oh God, no. But Reylo, when 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 you take a romance and it becomes a fantasy that has to be taken to the dark corners of the internet in order to be discussed, you know that it's not normal. It is abnormal. It is not something that you can discuss. And you brought this on yourselves, okay? And again, I was willing to let that slide. But what infuriates me, and I'm still trying to keep positive, and this just completely messed up my day. If you check my screen, Reylo disrespects Mark Hamill. I'm not going to have any of that. Because if you're a Last Jedi defender and you tell me that, hey, I love that hyperspace scene, hey, I am happy with Kylo Ren, I like Rey, I'm willing to let that slide. But if you like The Last Jedi at the expense of Luke Skywalker and Mark Hamill, then you can go and yourself. Okay, I will not accept this. I'm sorry. Look at my screen. Okay, an article from Itchy Bacca, who is a fantastic journalist, and I'm saying that because he says he picks these fools out of the flock and he exposes them. Okay, and this is another one. Okay, let's just check this out. Um, Reylo disrespects Mark Hamill. This is the person here. Of course, are going to be highlighted. Ray at Ray X Kylo posted the following in response to Mark Hamill's regret over not being able to attend Celebration. And this is the tweet, okay? And this guy is probably Mexican, so I'm going to read this in a Mexican voice. And yes, I don't care if you call me, racist. Thank God you aren't going. Okay, it was a terrible impression, but still, you are happy that Mark Hamill, the very essence of Star Wars, now that George Lucas is out of the picture, you're enjoying Mark Hamill's detriment. That means that you are a psychopath. And you're going there for the Reylo panel. Okay, let's just keep reading. Okay, the always good matured Mark Hamill had a bit of fun with this. And here's Mark Hamill's response. Another satisfied customer at Star Wars Celebration. I know that is sarcastic, and Mark Hamill is very good at wordplay and holding his own when it comes to certain discussions, but I do know that he is hurt. And I would be hurt. I feel hurt for him because this is unfair. But let's just read the article. So I guess we can expect the legacy media to write 15 million articles about the toxic Reylo fan base and how they drove Mark Hamill away from Celebration, right? Right? Okay, so this is the article from Itchy Bacca. It's a small one, but a very significant one. And I did not want to come back to YouTube this way. And I've been active. I'm active on Twitter, and I do see what's going on YouTube. I check Geeks and Gamers, Ethan Van Sciver, all of these guys every single day. I check them daily. But when I see things like this, okay, it makes me lose my mind. I am a hurt fan because it is known, these guys know that a true Star Wars fan will be hurt when you talk shit about Mark Hamill, about Luke Skywalker, and his detriment. Anything that has to do with George Lucas's original creation, Leia's handling, Han's handling, Luke Skywalker's handling, okay? the disrespectful treatment that these three legacy characters got. Chewbacca being an Uber driver for Rey. Okay, when you're enjoying the detriment of the original trilogy cast against, us, the fans, you're not fans. Okay, you are a sickness. Okay, you are a disease in this community. Okay, so I seriously want to vent because Reylo is a mental disorder. I hope that 20 years from now, in medical studies, they teach psychologists, psychiatrists, and I don't know who else in the medical sector is going to be taught this, but Reylo should be in the dictionary as one of the most acute cases of hysteria, of an unstable personality, of someone that has mental disorders, someone that is basically not crazy. Crazy is a different thing. Crazy is not that, I'm not going to say crazy. It's too good for them. This is a mental disorder. If you look at those Reylos one by one and you isolate them, and I've been on Twitter with them, at them every day, and since they do not have any arguments, because the guys that have arguments obviously are not going to be mentioned because we had a civil argument. I'm not going to point out the civil arguments that I have with people. I'm going to talk about the shitty ones. So when those Reylos come to me and they say, hey, you know what? They enjoy the detriment of Luke Skywalker. And they're like, this is about Reylo now. And the sick art. Stephanie Janik made a video on this. And she said that she was appalled. She did some digging, and she says that she regrets what she saw. And I'm not brave enough as you, Stephanie. I'm not as brave as you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. But it is sick, okay? This is not a healthy relationship model. Get it over in your thick skulls. Get it over in your stupid thick skulls. This is sick, okay? There is no romance, okay? And you attack Adam Driver's girlfriend, Daisy Ridley's boyfriend because you're mentally demented. Make racist comments about John Boyega. The very SJWs that defend diversity will attack a man of color because they want their Reylo bubble intact. And if you look at these people, they're the ugliest ever. Okay, and I'm talking about an ugly face and an ugly soul. You can see, I've seen ugly, but there's a difference in hopeful and healthy ugly. People that are ugly just because they're ugly, but you can see that they're vibrant personalities. And then there is this hopeless, living in your basement ugly. And if you check this room, this isn't a basement. Okay? This is one floor, and this fucking house is a palace. Okay, so the whole you live in your mama's basement argument does not apply to me. Okay? So get the whole Reylo thing, please. We do not want this in Star Wars. Please. No, I'm not going to say please anymore. I've had it. We have all had it. It is a mental disease. I'm going to repeat this over and over again. Reylo is not a healthy relationship model. Could you imagine, ladies, if you knew that your boyfriend killed his father in front of you, and he does these sick, emo, bitchy tantrums, and he's just he acts like a spoiled brat. Like a spoiled bitchy brat, okay, and this is no hit to Adam Driver. He was written this way, and if I were Adam Driver and I respected myself, I would be like, no, I'm sorry. I'd look at myself in the final cut, I'd see what they're talking about me and how they're talking about me on the internet, I'd see how it affects my social life, and I'd be like, no, I'm sorry, I'm pulling out of this. I want to be proud of it. And Daisy Ridley, she's like, I'm pulling out of Star Wars, and I think that's the healthiest thing to do. She should have done this a long time ago. No attack to the actors. It's just the fans taking the characters to an unhealthy fantasy, and they're celebrating it in Chicago. And if I go there, I'm a toxic fan. Brian Young will want to dox me and find my employer. And you will be okay with that. You are the most sick, disgusting cast of people that I have ever encountered on the internet. And I've seen sick people. You put zoophiles to shame, okay? That is equally as sick, but Reylo somehow has become the new sick. It's a mental illness, okay? For you to behave like this, for two fictional characters to get together, okay, I can understand, yeah, there are dark corners of the internet, but when it's being celebrated and you attack the fans to the detriment of legacy characters that taught us values, that shaped our moral compass today, that made us the people who we are, that up until The Last Jedi we called ourselves proud Star Wars fans, and you celebrate the detriment of important people to us like Mark Hamill, and you celebrate us being in this state. You are sick. You are not fans. You're not toxic. Toxic means that it is something unhealthy that can be healed. You are beyond toxic. You cannot, it's irreversible. You have a sickness. We could lock you up in prison for 20 years and bring you out again into society. You'd be still on that same shit. You don't see what we see. You think that it's okay. But you are sick. You're going to call me that I'm bitching about The Last Jedi, but still, of course I'm going to bitch about it, especially when people's livelihoods are at stake, because people like Brian Young cannot accept the fact that we don't like The Last Jedi, and he attacks guys like Anthony Ergo for a parody account. So yeah, of course I'm going to be mad. You cannot call me a man baby, but attack my livelihood. Because in Anthony Ergo's place, it could have been me, it could have been you, it could have been everybody. I know people that don't like the prequels. I'm not going to destroy their lives. I'm not going to sleep with my neighbor's wife for not liking Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. No. Okay? I'm not going to kidnap my neighbor's daughter and send her as a sex slave to Bulgaria because they didn't like Attack of the Clones. Jesus, I mean, can you listen to yourselves? I hope that what I'm saying reflects into you somehow to see how far you have become. You are not a fan base. You do not represent us. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen in that panel in Celebration. But we already know. You're actually having a shipping panel. A shipping panel. I'm done. If this thing gets sick and out of hand, I am so done. I'm going to build my lightsaber. I'm going to celebrate the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy, and I'm going to disassociate myself completely with all of this bullshit. I'm waiting to see on Friday what we get. But Reylos, it is a mental disorder. Just let it sink in. I'm saying it multiple times so that you can, so at least some of my words can get through your sick skulls. They're not just thick, they're sick. The brains inside there, all of that bundle of neurons that you call a brain in there is sick. The thought process and the energy that you put to think of these despicable things is truly sickening. And I hope one day that you will be classified as a mental disorder. Reylo, oh yeah, that means that this guy's woohoo, wacko, gone. A sick mental disorder it is. So that's what I had to say. I'm really upset because people will take a hit at Mark Hamill, and Mark Hamill has been the most neutral guy ever. But anyway, that remains to be seen. I really hope that this wasn't going to be my grand return to YouTube after so many weeks, but alas, this is what I'm left with. And I'm going to fight the Reylos to the end. Some of you guys complained to me on Twitter, and those who are on my Twitter page know how that went, when Twitter said, however, we did not find any violation because I'm educated. You are not, okay? And whatever education you took, you threw it out the window to be a Reylo fan that supports The Last Jedi like an idiot with no arguments. Because the guys with arguments are the ones that I hold respect for, great respect for, that can take a debate, friendly debates, and discuss things, put them in order. A, B, C, D. These are my arguments, and I can disagree with them. I can shoot them down. They can shoot mine down. That's what debates are about. But when you call those guys to debate, they block you and they're like, oh, look at this debate me guy. And then you keep on hitting them with facts, 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 facts until they can't take it anymore and they block you. I'm going to be there. I'm going to continue to be there. I want every single Reylo to block me from Twitter, from existence, okay? So that they can go crawl into their spider hole of obscurity, of mental illness, of unhealthy fandom. I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue using, I didn't even swear once, as I do not do so on Twitter. I'm keeping who I am as a person. I'm keeping my standards high, and I'm going to continue to do so. Ever so classy. I do get triggered, but I have learned to handle things a little better. Sometimes I may get off the chain, but that's okay. What's next for me? I'm going to be doing the lightsaber build, and I'm cooking up some scripts for some future videos, but this was something that I really needed to do now. So what do you guys think? Are Reylos... No, you guys, look, I know that you guys think about it, but what I want you to do is, comment down below and expand on this and, maybe say something that I forgot. Or if you have any more sources, please just leave them down on the comments so that we can actually look into this and find a way how to rid us of this idiocy. I'm not going to call it toxicity, it's idiocy. Idiocy is irreversible. Toxicity means that you can't heal. There's a detoxification process. Toxicity can be reversed. Idiocy cannot. There is no de-idiocy, for example. There's no such word in the dictionary. So idiocy, therefore, is irreversible. See, education. Reylos don't have that education. They're like monkeys. And actually, I'm insulting monkeys because they can do more things than you. So that's that. Hit me down in the comments if you enjoyed this rant somehow and you want to see me cover more things like this amongst other content. Please like this video. I really appreciate it. Take some time to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to get back in action now that we're getting some things moving. There was not a lot of things for me to discuss. I'm not going to discuss Captain Marvel. I enjoyed Shazam. I'm not going to review it. I want to focus more on some Star Wars things now, and Celebration is a good opportunity. So I'll see you guys next time. General Katarn out.